name is Nick. I'm with Sunshine State RVs in Gainesville, Florida. We are the #1 Class B dealership in the state of Florida, #3 in the whole United States of America. You know why? Because we love Class B RVs and because our customer service is out of this world. And people will drive and fly and get RVs delivered from us anywhere in the country. We deliver for free anywhere in the United States. So all we do are Class Bs. This video is all about one specific Class B RV, a 2024 Coachmen Galleria. So this is their 60th anniversary edition, and it's their first one that they made with the double lithium package. This thing has enough lithium package to camp for about as long as you want to camp. Now, obviously you can't quote me on that. If you want to camp for a year, it's not going to be ready for it, but 1,260 amp hours of lithium batteries in this Coachmen Galleria. So we're going to talk all about it. This is a Mercedes Sprinter, 24 foot. This is an all-wheel drive. This is the brand new 4-cylinder engine. Lots of cool stuff in this Coachmen Galleria. So Coachmen is one of the top Class B manufacturers on the market, and we're their top dealer, and we sell more Coachmans than any other RV on our lot. So we love Coachmans, and I bet after watching this video, you're gonna see why we love the Coachmen Galleria, and I bet you're gonna love it just as much as we do. So check this video out, you're gonna love it. All right, so now we're gonna dive into the exterior of this Coachmen Galleria. So like I said, 24 foot Mercedes Sprinter chassis. This is the brand new all-wheel drive chassis. So being that it's an all-wheel drive, it does give it more lift here, more clearance, so that way when you are getting a little bit off-road, you do have that extra clearance in the front and the back to help you get to the places where you want to camp. But you know, Coachmen makes 3 different Class Bs. They make this Galleria, which is their biggest one, it's 24 foot. They make a Coachmen Beyond. It's on a Ford Transit chassis, that's 22 feet. Then they make a Coachmen Nova, that's on the ProMaster chassis, that's 20 feet. We sell all 3 of them here, and you know, it's different strokes for different folks. You know, this is on a Mercedes, it has dual wheels, it's 24 foot. The Beyond's on a Ford Transit, that's 22 foot with dual wheels, and the Nova's on a ProMaster, that's 20 foot with single wheels. You know, these is all-wheel drive, the ProMaster's 2-wheel drive. So everyone kind of likes something different, and so one of the key things that Coachmen does is they're very consistent through all 3 of their models. So consistency is something that Coachmen really values when they're building all 3 of these. So on the Galleria Beyond or Nova, same cabinetry, same lithium system, same plumbing, and then it's all top of line. None of it is sacrificed because, oh, the Galleria's on a Mercedes and the Nova's on a ProMaster, so we're going to give them less, or one's cheaper, one's more expensive. No, it's the same quality all the way across the board, which I think is magnificent. I mean, I think, you know, a lot of manufacturers, oh, on our flagship one, we're going to give you the best, but on the lower end models, the ProMaster, we're going to give you a lower end product. That's not what Coachmen does at all. And I think the guys at Coachmen should be proud of that they really do give you the same craftsmanship, quality, warranty, everything on all 3 of their models. So as we're walking through the Galleria, you'll see nice alloy wheels. You know, I love how they make this red so it kind of stands out. This stands for their lithium package, 3,000 watt inverter. It is a Coachmen Galleria. The Mercedes chassis that Coachmen is ordering, they have these high performance LED headlights. So very neat when you're driving down the road, these light up. When you're turning, they're very active. They're bright sometimes, they go down, they go up. They do a lot of the work for you, so you're not having to turn your brights on and off and all that. So I think when you're out in the wilderness, when you're camping, when you're adventuring, having bright headlights and fog lights is a huge deal. Mercedes also gives you parking sensors. So as you get closer to whatever it is you are parking in front of or parking behind, it will show you on a screen, you know, how close you're getting. You'll have a front camera, or I don't know if there's a front camera on here. Maybe not. So might not be a front camera, but it shows you on the parking sensor, it shows you how close you're getting in like some type of cartoon image or something. You know, we'll jump in there and show you that in a minute. But I really like how they paint the bumpers as well. You know, some models don't come with the painted bumpers, and I love how on the Galleria, Coachman paints all of their bumpers. Around the edge here, like I talked about, the clearance, you can definitely tell the clearance. Actually, let's just turn over here and I can show you the difference real quick between the two. So here's another Galleria that's on the all-wheel drive chassis. You see the clearance, and here's a Sprinter van that's a two-wheel drive. So you see how that's not lifted, and you see how that has more clearance. So you can clearly see that the all-wheel drive chassis gives you more clearance, which I think when you're camping and you're out boondocking, or you're trying to get to places and get just that right picture or that right camping spot or something that's very unique, that's a place you've never been, having that extra clearance definitely comes in handy. 100% comes in handy having the extra clearance. So as we're continuing to walk through, they give you these nice running boards, and I like how on the side here, if you look at the whole thing, there's a little plug there, but all of the connections are covered up, right? So they're all behind there, under there, they're all covered up. So it doesn't really look like an RV. It looks more just like a big van, like a family style van. But then when you lift it, you have all of your stuff in here. What's neat is you have your city water connection here. You got your solar panel extension. So it comes with solar. If you want more solar, you can add it there. It also has your black tank flush. So what you'll do is you'll put a hose there with water coming out, and that will back flush into your black tank to kind of clean all the lines out. Also has a cable hookup here. So if you had a campground that offers cable, like ESPN and, you know, the news and all that, you can just plug in there and you can watch cable wherever you're at. If you're there for a few nights, it's nice to plug in, and you have cable TV inside the coach. This is also your macerator thing. So I'll show you the macerator in a second. It's right here. But you stand here and hold it, and the macerator empties out your black tank, which is nice because it grinds it and empties it and pumps it out without a mess. So it can be really clean for the most part. I have heard of people making a little mess with their macerator, and that is definitely not ideal. One of the things that I do love is that Coachman gives you this exterior shower here. So this is the exterior shower, and this is what they give you. So all you do is snap it there, hold that back, push it in, and now it's clamped in. So you got cold water or hot water, and you have this hose. So I know I do a lot of videos, and I always talk about how much I love having this hose out here, so you can clean things, you can rinse things. You know, I remember cooking in the RV one time, and the pan was just a little big for the sink. So I remember coming outside, turning this on, and cleaning some of the dishes out here, so that way I didn't fill my gray tank up, and they just didn't fit in the sink. So I did everything outside of the van here. Also, if you're at the beach and you come back, you want to rinse your feet off. If you're filthy from getting rained on while you're hiking, you can actually, I mean, you can take a whole shower right here. I've seen some people put a shower head here and get like a sea sucker, like suction mount here. You can mount it right there, turn it on, and you can actually take an outside shower outside of your van. So you don't have to have this thing on here. You can, I mean, this thing comes right off. You can put a little shower head, mount it right here on a suction cup, and you can do lots with this here. It's also great for, leads us to our next thing we're talking about, when you dump. So when you are dumping, you unhook it, you just pull it out, just like this, and you put it into wherever you're dumping, and then you leave it there, you walk over here, and you hold the button, and it just dumps into the tank. If you do make a mess, you get it on your hands, you spray it off, and you have everything you need right here to clean up whatever mess you made. I do like how this is a nice big hose here, and then it comes out nice thick, heavy. I mean, this is a heavy duty thick hose, and this can either be small or full flow here, so you can undo that. Or I'm not brave enough. This is a brand new RV. I'm still not brave enough to undo this. I just have flashbacks of Robin Williams in the movie RV every time I mess with one of these things. And also Hank Strange had a pretty big mess with his black tank in the beginning as well. So I'm not quite brave enough, but this is how you dump it. That's the button you press, and that hose is there to clean it. So very nice. You also have black and gray. You pull right there. As we're continuing through, you do see they have dual wheels which is nice, gives you good stability. This Sprinter van has about 5,000 pounds of towing capacity, which is nice. So 5,000 pounds example is a small boat, a trailer with some side-by-sides or four-wheelers. It's you know, kayaks. It can be a car, you know, like we tow a Nissan Versa behind one of these all the time. So it can be a small car, it can be all kinds of things. So the last thing on the outside here that I will show you on this side is the plug. So I talk about this smart plug all the time. You know, one of the benefits of buying from Sunshine State RVs is that we teach you how to use your entire RV, every square inch of it. And the smart plug is one of those really important things that we teach you in the walkthrough. So when you buy an RV, we either deliver it free to your house, or we fly you here, rent you a car, bring you here to where we can teach you how to do it. Then we put you up at a campground for your first 2 nights that you own the van, so that way you can truly test all of this out 5 minutes away from us. So that way if you have any issues, any concerns, questions, you come right back and we get you right with the same guy who gave you the walkthrough to help kind of remind you or refresh you, or maybe he missed something and he can show you what he missed. You know, I mean, no one's perfect. We try to be, but nobody is. One of the things that they're going to emphasize to you is on the smart plug, you stick it in there and it clicks, and then no matter how hard you pull it, it's not coming out, which is great, because a lot of problems that happen in these vans is when the plug is not in all the way and it arcs. And when it arcs, then it causes problems with your electrical system, your lithium system, inverter, and all that. So real important is to get this in all the way in, watch it lock, that light comes on, and you're good. So once you put it in, it clicks. If you heard that click, now it won't come out. Then when you want it out, you press the 2 buttons and it comes right out. So I think this is a huge deal. My technician that gives you the walkthrough also thinks it's a huge deal, and he will tell you all about it. Oh, that goes there. He'll tell you all about it during the walkthrough. But those are just some of the benefits of buying from Sunshine State RV. So you got your propane fill down there. As we're walking around, one of the cool things, or one of the coolest things about this van is the double lithium system. So this was something, I don't take credit for a lot of things except being the #1 Class B dealer in the state of Florida. I don't take credit for a lot of things, but one thing I do take credit for is calling Coachman, and they might call me and argue with me, but I don't think so. Calling them and saying, hey, I have customers that want 2 lithium batteries in one of these. And you know, one of the great things about Coachmen Class B guys at their factory is that they listen, they take advice, they take ideas, and they actually do something with them. And so one of the ideas that we had was, let's put 2 of these Lithionics batteries in here. So each one of these is 630 amp hours, and that's 630 amp hours. So we were actually doing this at our dealership prior to Coachman doing it, and I'm very glad they do it, because I feel like they might be a little better than us at doing this. So this van has 1,260 amp hours of lithium batteries. This is the first one they did it on. It looks perfect. It eats up about 12 inches of storage, but you still have outside storage here. You can still buy a box back here if you want to have a box on the tow hitch. But I think for people that really want to get off the grid and they really want to be totally self-sufficient, fully self-contained for a long time, this is the way to go. This has the polar package, the heat, you know, heated tanks, heated lines, heated everything. This has the double lithium, the solar, the inverter. This has every single thing that Coachman offers on one. So there it is. There you have it. This is the star of the show today, is something rare, the double lithium package. So Coachman did a great job on the install. They did a great job making everything work together and still giving you some storage back there. Oh, while I'm back here, let me just show you. So there is a rear screen here. So if you did want to sleep with your doors open, you can have your screen down to stop the mosquitoes from coming in. And then at nighttime when you sleep, this is your blackout shade. So you don't have to go find it, you don't have to put it up, magnetize it, mess with it. You just pull it right down, and now you're blacked out. And when you wake up in the morning, you can just open it a little bit, you can open it more. It doesn't have to be all or nothing, which I really like. So if you're laying flat here and you just want to let a little light in, you can just open it just a little bit to let light in. So pretty cool. And when you're not using it, it is totally hidden up there to where no one can see it. So I think Coachman did a great job with that as well. You know, my wife tells me I talk a little too fast in these videos, so I'm gonna try to slow down a little bit for you. But she did watch it. Me and her were watching a video last night, like 2 seconds of it, and she said, "Man, you talk fast, Nick." So I'll try and slow down a little bit. Coachman has been making RVs for 60 years. This is a big deal to them. I was up at their factory 2 weeks ago, and they explained, I asked them what the first van they made was, and they were telling me the first RV. So Coachman itself has been in business making RVs for 60 years. So that's some good consistency there. Now we're on what they call the camping side. So this is where you will be hanging out camping. They just started putting this Girard power awning, which is really nice. Nice big Girard awning, very easy to use. I'll show you inside. Once that awning is out, then you have LED lights on the awning. There's also these 110 plugs right here, so you can plug things in while you're here. So, for example, I like giving examples. I'm a father of 4 kids, and when I go camping with my 4 kids and whatever friends they decide to bring, I have to plug in things here. So I usually set up a little table here, and I plug in a little griddle so I can fry some eggs. I can cook, I plug in a George Foreman, I can cook some things on it, or I plug in a speaker. We can play music out here. I've plugged in a TV so we can watch, watch the football game outside. So there's lots of things you can do in this area under the awning while you're camping, which is really nice. So they give you the plug there. This is the camping side, so you can be camping, hanging out, enjoying wherever it is you're at. If you're tailgating, if you're in the wilderness, if you're on the mountains, if you're, up in I don't know, the Pacific Coast Highway, which I took my daughter on last year, and we rode down the Pacific Coast Highway, and we pulled off and we hung out for a couple hours here, a couple hours there. We found some beach with like purple sand, like the craziest, coolest place that I've been in a long time was the Pacific Coast Highway. So this would be perfect to take there, get off the beaten path, and we saw these huge trees. This will be perfect to take there, let the awning out, hang out some, or just walk around and come back and eat. I don't know. But lots of cool things you can do in a van on the Pacific Coast Highway. So as we are going, that concludes the outside tour. Now, as we jump in, you'll see what a big deal Coachman makes of the inside of the van. So we are inside this Coachmen Galleria, and currently I'm in the front seat. This is the passenger seat, this is the driver's seat. But when you're camping, both of these seats swivel down very, very easily. And there's power seats up here, so all you gotta do is save a setting, and then you can just press it, it goes to power, and then this thing swivels to where you have 2 seats that can share a table here. So someone can be sitting there, someone can be sitting here. This lagoon table comes in and out of the way, and it's very nice. This is the same lagoon table you would use for the back of the coach as well. It's funny because people really like this setup, and so we've sold other brands of RVs, and they've bought the Coachman Lagoon setup for an American coach or for a Winnebago, because this is just such a great setup that Coachman came up with. So this is great for up here. When me and my wife go camping, she ends up sleeping in a little bit later than me, and I end up getting up a little bit earlier to where I can come here, read the entire newspaper, half the Bible, and have 3 cups of coffee, and she's still sleeping. So, and then by the time she wakes up, I'm ready for my day, and we go explore. So this is a great area for that, to be back here, to be up here. She's back there, and you don't have to walk out of it if it's raining, or you can still be in the coach and have separate situations. A lot of people work in their coach too. They work remote, so this can be a nice area to be working while somebody else is back there. So this is also the Mercedes front end. So Mercedes has done a lot of really, I mean, how easy that is. A lot of really cool things in the front here, and I'll just show you a few of them. This is that camera I was talking about earlier in the video. So this is the front, this is the back view of the camera, and this is where it will show you when you're coming close to something. That's that little animated thing I was telling you about. This is a bigger view of the back. This is a view from the top of the back. So lots of cool views there. And then you have a 10-inch screen, so you have navigation. You also have, where's the home button? Right there. You also have satellite radio. You have all kinds of cool things. Let's turn it down. All kinds of cool features and functions there. And then Mercedes now has push button starts on all of these. They have adaptive cruise control, which is right here. This has, you know, a lot of the same stuff as well up front that you're used to in your car. Power seats. With the push button start, you just keep the key in your purse or your pocket, you push the button and it starts, which is what you're used to in your car, but it's great to have it in the RV also. So right behind the driver's seat is a Wi-Fi Ranger. So that is an internet router that you can plug a SIM card into or a hotspot, and you can have internet anywhere you're at on the road, which is great. So this table here does get picked up and it goes to the back as well. So depends on where you want to use it. But once you're up, you can tell, I like how you can stand up freely here. So there's not, you know, like there's some of these models that have cabinets that come to here. Whenever you stand up, you bump your head. I like how, you know, it is very open and very free here. Once again, I'm 6 foot tall, so there's a lot of space. You can probably be 6'3"-ish and be able to fit in here, 6'4", and tilt your head a little bit. But very cool how they give you all that space there in the top for storage and other stuff. So as we're walking through the van, this is the NASA control station. This is what my technician that will teach you how to use this RV spends a lot of time kind of going through all of this for you. This up here is all of your heated tanks, all of your heated system. This does have what they call a polar package, so everything on it is heated. They also give you the extra insulation. Coachman is one of the only companies that lets you pay for an upgraded extra insulation package, which every RV from Coachman that we order it on it. It is called a cozy wrap. They also put a hush mat on the whole thing, and they use very thick rock wool insulation. So this RV is very, very well insulated for freezing cold temperatures and hot temperatures. This RV is very well insulated. You got your 3,000 watt inverter here. You got your solar charge controller. It shows you how much is going in, how much you're using. This is your Truma system. So this controls your hot water. This controls your furnace. And now this has the Truma air conditioner. So this also controls your air conditioner. Very neat that they're all through Truma. And if you know anything about the RV industry, you know Truma is one of the top respected names in the RV industry. Truma makes arguably the best air conditioner on the market right now. And it's an air conditioner, and it's a dehumidifier. It has nighttime mode. It has quiet mode. Very, very energy efficient. Everybody that has switched from their old AC to the new Truma, I have never had anybody tell me they were disappointed with the switch. Every single customer has been happy with it. Hank even got one in his Beyond. He had the old Dometic, and he put in a Truma, and he just says it's a world of a difference. So I would strongly recommend a Truma air conditioner. This is neat. This is very neat. This is the Lithionics control panel, and this shows you up here the percentage of your battery. It's a little hard to see, and you know, and the last time I was at Coachman, that is something that I mentioned, was that, you know, I'd rather have some of these switches up here, and I'd rather have this meter down here. But you know what the guys at Coachman told me? Hey Nick, just pull your phone out. So I pull my phone out, and they say, go to the Lithionics app. So I go to the Lithionics app, and they say, now look at this. Everything is right there in green font. That's very easy to read and see. And then for all you smart engineer type people, everything is right there, and I got no clue what any of that means. And then for all you super smart people, all of that stuff is right there. So the only thing I know is that number. It says 99%. I know exactly what that means. So what's cool is this tells you how full your battery is. This also tells you how long you have until you're fully charged. So right now, we have 3 minutes until this van is fully charged. Right now, just the engine's running. It's not really sunny out, so there's not a lot of solar power. But I'm going to turn the engine off real quick, and then we're going to see how long we can actually run with what we're using. So now, instantly it changed to we can run for 2 days, 23 hours. And if you look up here, it even tells you 2 days, 23 hours, and 40 minutes you can run with everything that is on right now. So the fridge is on, every light is on. The air conditioner is not on, but we can turn the air conditioner on, and then you can see, so there's the air conditioner. So we twist to the AC. We can turn that on to AC, cool, 70 degrees. Okay, so now what we can do is we can turn the air conditioner on, and we can see how long this adjusts once the AC is on. Oh, you hear it? It's coming on. So now it went from 2 days down to 1 day, 13 hours. Now remember, this has 1260 amp hours of lithium batteries, and with the AC on right now, it's blowing. Fridge is on, every light is on. It is telling me it can go on for 1 day, 13 hours. Now, once the compressor kicks on, I think that'll go down a little bit, but this is the power of 1260 amp hour batteries. I mean, that is insane. I bet you if we turn this down a little bit, if we turn it down some. So what we'll do throughout the video, I'll keep referring back to this, but all of your cool stuff is here. Then you have something else that's cool in your Firefly. So your Firefly here messes with your lights. It tells you your tank readings. It tells you your lights, the temperature in the coach. You can control the lights individually. But what they've done is they've left a Firefly to do the lights, and they got a lot of the other controls there to where you can control things, so you're not so reliant upon one thing to control everything in your coach. So as we're rolling through, showing you the fridge. Oh, this is actually cold. The fridge, this is freezing cold. The fridge and freezer is right here. So you got your fridge, you got your freezer. Now, if you don't need a freezer, this can also double as more of a fridge. Some people are like, you know, I don't need a freezer while I'm camping. I'd rather just have a place to put my fruits and veggies and other things. I don't need a freezer for ice cream. I'm the only one that's addicted to ice cream. Most people aren't. And they can just put other stuff in there. So you don't have to have it, but I like that there is this really large fridge and freezer in here. So there again, I always say it, I am 6 foot tall, 233 pounds. I can move, I can fit, I can do everything. I did grab this cup for a reason. This is the Yeti cup that we give you when you buy an RV from us. Sunshine State RVs. Very cool. Another thing here, this is the awning control. So that used to be in the Firefly as well. That got pulled out to where that is controlled right there. So you can open the door, stand there, let your awning in and out as much as you want. Very nice. This here is how you can control your Firefly on your phone. So there is an app to do that, and you can control everything on your phone. So we are just getting started checking out the inside of this van. The Truma air conditioner is on. Let's see if it adjusted any yet. Oh, there we are, 13 hours and 42 minutes. So the compressor just kicked on, I just felt it. And this thing can run with the compressor on, with the fridge on, every light on, 13 hours and 45 minutes. If that's not insane, I don't know what is. That's insane. As we are walking back, we do have this humongous bathroom and shower. I make a habit of getting in here so people can see the size of it. I really like how big it is. I like how much space there is. Very comfortable here. This can definitely be considered my throne. This has a shower miser to where it fills up the hot water, gets it all the way in there, and then you turn it on and just hot water comes out, which is really nice. It has a spot to keep your toilet paper dry. You can brush your teeth here if you want. It's kind of a small sink. You do have a mirror in here as well, which is nice. Hot water, cold water, you can stand up. I can move around. I can shut the doors. No problem. Open the doors. No problem. Lots of space. There's a curtain and a towel hook in here. So very happy with the size of that bathroom. You know, it depends on how you camp also. A lot of people use the bathroom in the campground. They don't all use the shower in their van. So it's, you know, it all depends on how you camp. I like these new countertops. So moving on to the kitchen here, you have all these humongous drawers. All of these drawers are dovetailed. They're all made in an Amish cabinet shop in Middlebury, Indiana, which is 10 minutes from their factory. So all of their stuff, I mean backlit here, which is nice, but all of their woodworking is super high quality, real wood, nice radius here, nice maple here. They just came out with a new gray color, which is very cool. Dean Savis, the head of the Facebook group, came up with that color, and we're calling it Dean's Gray or something. I don't know what they call it, but they're calling it something to give homage and credit to Dean. But nice big kitchen. So like there again, 6 foot. This is about a 5 foot long kitchen counter. So for people who like to cook, who like to spend time in their van, this is a great area here. Nice big sink. The new models are going to have a thing that comes off, but this has, I just learned this a couple months ago. You put your plates in there, and that's how you dry them. Thought that was pretty neat. You just stick it on there, you put a plate in there, and it dries that way. Dude, people think of everything. Blows my mind. Blows my mind what people think of. Spice rack, garbage holder here. Lots of RVs do not have that, but Coachman gives it to you. Nice big drawers, double induction. I love these lights here. They kind of light up. So when you're opening the drawer, it lights up in the drawer what's in there, so you can really see, especially if it's dark in the van. Little teapot for if people drink tea. Paper towel holder, lots of space as we're walking. Convection microwave, you can bake in it. I have personally baked biscuits in a convection microwave in an RV while I was camping. So I love the space you have here. There is a drawer right there that you can open. I can't reach it, but we can open that drawer. Lots of space and things. This is also adjustable. So all of these racks here are adjustable. You can get rid of them. You can leave them in. You can add more. You can move them to however you camp. Everybody camps a little differently. So having things like that are adjustable for the way you use something is great. I'm going to grab this lagoon table and move it to the back, so that way we can get an idea of how easy this is. So we're here, now we're backing up, beep, 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 and we're putting here, putting down just like that. Let's see. You know what, before I do that, I should show you the bed. So let's actually put this back right there. So we'll get this out of the way. Okay, so first we'll show you the bed, then I'll show you the lagoon table. So there's a button here. This is the master bedroom. This is the living room, the master bedroom, the dining room, the office, the TV room, as my kids call it. Whatever room has a TV in it, my kids call it a TV room. So you press one button, everything folds flat. And now 6 foot tall, tons of space to lay down, very comfortable. I got reading lights here that I can help me read. They also have phone chargers in them. There's separate light here if I need more lighting. I like the shades here to where it gives me privacy at night, but this is comfortable. Coachman started using a Q phone, they call it, about a year ago, and it has made all the difference in the world in how comfortable their couches are, their front seats. I mean, top of the line, absolute top of the line when it comes to comfort in their couches, in their jump seats, and all of that. So this is a big couch back here, 3 seat belts. Now we can show you the lagoon table. So there's areas to put it on both sides, depends on where you want to use it, but I'm going to show you. Let's secure it in there. So now we're just going to put it on this side. So we just slide it right in, just like this, and then kind of lock it in place. And now you swivel it. There we go. We can lower it a little bit, but I love how flexible that is. So that took no less than 2 seconds. It can be in the front, it can be in the back, it can be something you work on, something you eat on. It's great because there's lots of flexibility. like I've said 1,000 times, everybody uses these things for something different. You know, this having the 1260 amp hours of lithium, 3,000 watt inverter, tons of solar panels, underhood generator, the all-wheel drive, you know, a 24-foot dual wheels. This has everything you can imagine on a Class B, and you can use this to work remote. You can use it for weekend trips. I mean, I've met people that live in these vans. You know, smart TV that has Netflix and YouTube, so you can watch videos about RVs. How's that sound? All of that is on the Connects TV. You have an internet router, so you can have internet everywhere you go. You got plugs and USB ports and cup holders. I mean, everybody uses these vans for something different. No two people are alike. No couples are alike. And so everybody who uses these vans, they figure out, okay, this is going to be the van. This is going to be the way I use the van. And this is a chassis I want. This is a layout I want, and the manufacturer I want. And then they kind of figure out where that fits in. So if you're looking for a van, I think Sunshine State RVs is the best Class B dealership in the country. I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart. We've been doing this 20 years, strictly Class Bs, and when it comes to customer service, selection, things that we offer you, guaranteed service appointments in 5 days, nobody matches that. Nobody can beat the service that we give our customers before, during, and after the sale. And I truly believe Coachman is one of the top Class B manufacturers on the market for camping in your vans, for using the vans, for quality, customer service, and all that. So I would strongly recommend this Coachmen Galleria for anybody looking for a Sprinter van that's all-wheel drive with a ton of lithium in it. And yeah, this is cool. This is a great van. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you find something at Sunshine State RVs you like. And my name's Nick. If you need anything else, feel free to ask for me. But yeah, thanks for watching this video.